Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Oh, look out today. We have a rather mild-mannered group today. Oh, it's bananas. The whole audience is bananas today, and they're bananas up there, and I'm bananas. Let's meet the people who are going to win the money for these people, shall we? On my left, winning money for the blue section today, dressed in blue, appropriately enough, Mr. Glenn Ford and his fiancée, Cynthia Hayward.
How are you? How are you, Bert?
I am fine, dear, and you?
I'm very well.
Are you?
Yes.
She sure is.
Such a calming influence out of this pandemonium that's going on out here. But it's nice to have you here, Glenn.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Marvelous. Really, I'm marvelous.
I believe everything he tells me instantly. He has so much...
No, I'm not.
He has so much sincerity, it makes me sick.
Yes.
Anyway, it's nice to have you both with us.
Thank you
and
very
the blue
much.
section is thrilled to have you. The banana section is lucky today, too. The banana section has Dick
in the
Gautier
colors.
and his wife, Barbara Stuart, for the banana section today.
I dressed in the colors.
I can see that.
This is the color of a rotten banana.
A rotten banana. That's- No. See how that's how fights start. You see? No, he said
We just
he is...
started and he's insulting
No.
me.
He said he is dressed in the colors of a rotten banana. That's what he said.
He is a rotten banana.
There, you see? There we go. All right, winning money today for the red section, the pimento section. Julian and Vonetta McGee. There they are.
Hello there, Bert. It's
Hello
very nice
there.
to be back here. I
Hello
feel very
there,
good today.
Smoothie. How are you?
I'm very smooth today.
Yes, I know that.
Very smooth.
Vonetta, how are you, dear?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm okay. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the first question at you, worth $150 to your rooting sections. This is it. Girls, which would be easier for you to do? To ask a friend for a big loan or to give a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying back? Don't say anything, girls. Which would be easier for you to do? To ask for a friend for a big loan or to give a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying them back? Think about that one, ladies, and come back and tell us about it in just a second. A little bit of a predicament here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would think. What do you think that Cynthia will do? As I'm asking Cynthia.
Right.
Which would be tougher to...
The last one. What is
be
it?
easier, rather, is the way it's put. Easier. A loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying back. That would be easier.
Oh, she loaned. Yes, that's the last one.
It would be easier for her.
Definitely.
It's a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying back.
Very, very definitely. Yeah.
Let's bring her on and find out. Cynthia?
Yes.
Which would be easier for you to do? To ask a friend for a big loan or to give a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying back?
I have a tendency to give away. So I would say I give to whomever it would be without asking.
There you go. That's what the man said. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. You have a share of the pot. Dick, what's Barbara going to say?
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask Cynthia if she's got a couple of thou on her.
If I do, you see, I'd give it right away. I'm bad about money.
She would.
Barbara, I think, would... Barbara's kind... She pretends to be tough. She's played so many hookers with a heart of gold that she's become one. You know? I mean, really, she's fallen into that mold. No, she really is. She acts tough, but she's really a sucker. And I think that she would, rather than borrow it from somebody, she would lend it to someone.
She would be...
Yeah.
She's a good kid.
An easy mark, as they say. All right, let's bring on Barbara and find out. Barbara, which would be easier for you to do? To ask a friend for a big loan or to give a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying them back?
Yeah, crazy? I'd ask the friend for the loan.
No, I'm not crazy, but there's a fella sitting above you who doesn't agree with that answer.
That's the old me, honey. I've changed now. Remember, I took that other friend of mine who didn't pay back to court. I sued him.
Aha.
So you see, I've changed now.
You
Tough old broad, you.
I'm sorry, Barbara.
Forget what I said about the golden heart.
Yes, right.
You're a blackguard through and through.
All right. I'm sorry. No score there, Barbara. Max, what's Vonetta going to say about that?
Vonetta would definitely loan money out, and none of her friends pay money back. So that's one of our big pieces, but she would definitely loan it out.
She would loan the money. All right, let's bring on Vonetta and find out, shall we? Vonetta, what would you do now? Would you find it easier to ask for a big loan from a friend or to give a loan to a friend who has a reputation for not paying it back?
I'm such a pushover. All you have to do is say money. You don't have to give me a story or anything. I'll give you everything.
That's what the man said. You are right. Which means Cynthia and Glenn, Vonetta and Max are right. They split the pot in half.
It's true.
We'll come back in a minute, see if the bananas get on the board. And they will. I have a question for you. Question number 2 coming up. It's for the ladies. Are you ready? Worth $150. And this is it. Girls.
Yes.
Henry Kissinger, the well-known authority on affairs of state and affairs of the heart, once said, "The ultimate aphrodisiac is power." Now think about that. Don't say anything, though. Do you agree that the ultimate turn-on is power? Don't say a word, girls. Henry Kissinger, the well-known authority on affairs of state and affairs of the heart, once said, "The ultimate aphrodisiac is power." Think about that. Do you agree that the ultimate turn-on is power? Okay? Think about that, ladies. We'll come back for your answers in just a second. Interesting faces I'm seeing out here that you can't see. Glenn, what do you think Cynthia will say about that?
The ultimate turn-on is power?
Yes, that's what Mr. Kissinger evidently
No.
said. You say no.
Definitely not.
Would you care to venture, never mind, we don't have to go into that, do we? Would you care to tell us what, never mind. You said,
No.
You want an alternative,
well,
do
I
you?
don't know, aren't I? No, but you will say...
No, power is...
Not the turn-on.
No woman is turned on, I don't think, by power. There's other things that are more turn on.
More important, okay.
Yeah, more important.
Blue section agrees. Let's bring on Cynthia and see if she agrees. Cynthia?
Yes.
Do you agree with Mr. Kissinger?
Absolutely not.
That's what Glenn said.
It's a terrible place to be.
It's a what?
Oh, I would say it would be a terrible place to be.
In the position of power.
Yes.
Okay.
Very unhappy. Very unhappy.
All right. Well, don't be unhappy because you have a share of the pot, and so does the blue section. Very well done. Dick, what's Barbara going to say?
Well, you see, the problem with Henry Kissinger having said that, Bert, was that he said the ultimate aphrodisiac is power, and that was after he spent his honeymoon night with Nancy. Which kind of rubbed her the wrong way, I gotta tell you. I think he's full of, beep boop. No, absolutely not.
You don't think so?
Absolutely.
You don't think that power is the ultimate...
And Barbara's not going to say that either.
Turn on, and Barbara's not going to say that. Let's bring Barbara on and find out. Barbara, do you think Henry Kissinger is right? Do you think that power is the ultimate turn on?
Yes. Yes. He said no?
Keeping right in keeping with the banana section's record up to now, folks.
And to me, the ultimate aphrodisiac is peanut butter. I mean, that...
Isn't it wonderful? Oh, I love it.
Well, you see, it takes all kinds, folks.
A little drink's not bad.
He said no.
He said, why did you say no? Now, that's very interesting. Why?
Because I thought you'd say no. Because don't you remember when our electric lights bill wasn't paid and the power went off? No, really, Barbara, I just didn't think you were into that.
I've changed, honey.
Yes, we know.
I've changed.
We heard that
I'm
from the
not
last
same
question
woman
that you
for
changed.
As of
heaven's sake.
15 minutes ago, though.
Sorry, Bart. Max, how about Vonetta? What's she going to say?
That's really kind of interesting because, you know, like power, if you equate it with what you're doing, say if you're in the business, you know, and you're at the top of it, it could be an aphrodisiac.
It's true.
Now, out of hand, I would say no. My answer is probably no, you know. But I think it could be a turn on if you equate it with if you're at the zenith, you know, of what you're doing and you're really digging it.
Yeah, you know something?
You know? Because let me just add one point, because like when I'm really working and into it, then I'm into another whole thing.
Yes.
And that, you know?
And it's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's
So why don't I just tell the truth and say yes? No, my answer is no. No. That guy's gonna beat me up. That's why he's been saying no, you better say no.
Say no. And in case, well, of course, you all know that Max is a producer, writer, star in pictures as well as Vonetta. So you speak, you know of whereof you speak, and it is heady stuff. I mean, where you're at, right?
Yeah. But he said no.
I know that. He said no, but he did qualify and say that.
Yeah.
What will she say?
Oh, she's going to say no.
She's going to say no.
Yeah.
Let's bring the lady on and find out. Shh, shh, shh. Vonetta, do you think that power is the ultimate turn-on?
I think Kissinger has a good PR man, really. No, I'd have to say
That's what he said. You're right. Absolutely right, but she thought about it.
Yeah, she almost
She thought about it a lot. You're absolutely right, which means Vonetta and Max and Cynthia and Glenn split the pot. And there it is on the boards. And it's halftime. We'll change places. Fellas, if you will, step to the rear. Bring the ladies out here. While we're changing places, we'll break away for this message for you. Please come back, won't you?
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning rooting section chosen at random will receive the American Tourister Go Anywhere lightweight luggage. Soft and pliable, continental styling and carrying ease. American Tourister, the casual luggage that isn't made casually. And a Mr. Coffee filter coffee maker, a coffee maker that Joe DiMaggio uses to brew a great cup of coffee in just seconds. Mr. Coffee. And when you can't make your own chicken gravy, just heat up a can of Franco-American chicken gravy. It tastes like homemade because it's made with real chicken stock. And Ready Whip, a real instant whipped cream, convenient to use. Ready Whip makes desserts taste their best. We'll be back to more Tattletales in just a moment.
Here we come. Halftime is over. The ladies are out here with me. The fellas are in the back. And if you are ready, I am ready. $150 question coming. This is it when I turn it over. Men, has your gal ever worn anything that you thought was too daring? Don't say anything. Has your lady ever worn anything that you felt was too daring? Think about that, gentlemen. We'll come back in a moment for your answer. I mean, have you ever put something on, he said, hey, wait a minute there, Cynthia.
He buys them for me. No.
You don't think so?
No, he goes out and he wants me to go to those places.
What?
All of those lovely little things to wear.
Like what,
Well,
Cynthia?
I'm not supposed to say names of places.
No, but you can describe it for us
Well,
if you'd like.
Yeah.
Sexy little tops and
Yes.
bottoms and...
Your eyes are getting glassy, Bert.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. So he has never said to you that you were
As
born
long as I'm fully clothed,
Yes.
I'm fine.
Yes. So you have never worn anything that he thought was too daring.
No.
Let's bring him on and find out. Glenn, has Cynthia ever worn anything that you thought was too daring?
Reluctantly, I say yes.
And there you have it, folks.
Are kidding. You're kidding.
Now, those see-through things you wear sometimes are a little daring, dear.
Darling, you're the one that goes out and buys them.
Now he's thinking about it. He says, darned if I don't. Sorry about that, Glenn. No score there, Barbara. What's Dick going to say?
Oh, boy, I got to get this one right? Yeah, right.
Oh, the bananas are all good sports.
Yes, you are, aren't you? He would, as a matter of fact, no, because he thinks I should dress more daring than I do. Right? I mean, he thinks, as a matter of fact, he thinks that I dress a little square. And if you clap, I'll kill you. You clapped, okay.
So you'll say no. He's never thought that you've worn anything too daring.
No.
All right, let's bring him on and find out.
Yes.
Dick, has Barbara ever worn anything that you thought was too daring?
No, in fact, I encourage you to do the opposite.
You're right, sir.
Yeah. I say, hey, listen, you got something terrific, show it. Spread it around, you know? She's always covering it all up. You know?
Yeah.
What'd he say? What'd he
Yeah, she
say?
said you're always covering it all up, and he always says, spread it around, is what he said.
Yeah, it's terrific
Spread
looking.
it around?
Yes.
Beauty should be shared.
Yes, and you have just shared a share of that pot with the banana section,
Oh,
as a matter of
good,
fact. Vonetta, what's Max going to say?
What was the question again?
I don't know.
What show is this?
The question was, has your girl ever worn anything that you thought was too daring?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, yeah. But it goes through cycles. I mean, when I first met Max, I was nudo crudo. I mean, just, you know, short pants and see-through blouse. That was the very first date.
Yeah.
And for years, I mean, it was covered up. And I'm trying to get back into
nudo
making
crudo.
myself happy. Yes. Nudo crudo.
Right. Nudo crudo. I'd pay $1.25 to see that anytime.
Oh, really?
Okay. All right. You'll say that he will say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's bring Max on. Max, has Vonetta ever worn anything that you thought was too daring?
I don't think so because she looks good. It's like
well, there is justice, folks.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's not what she said, Max.
That's not what she said? Well,
Tell her what she said, Vonetta.
Look at me, I'm all covered up.
What did she say?
She said the opposite.
Came right back.
She said.
Wait till
Well, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, that kind of works both ways. Hey, listen, it's evened up, folks. There is justice after all. Barbara and Dick got it right. They're the only ones that get the whole pot. We have a tie game. And on that three-way tie, we will break away from this message, and then we'll come right back. Come on back, please. Yes, here we come. This is a double question. I happen to be wearing a UCLA jacket that this gentleman... Thank you for the use of that. We have a lot of Bruins with us today, and I'm an ex-Bruin, so I have the right, and I thank you for letting me borrow it for the moment. Okay, gang, here we go. This question is worth double, $300 riding on this one. We have a tie game, very close game, fellas, and here is the question. Men, you're one of the 3 judges for a beauty contest. One of you has the assignment of judging the girls from the neck up. One of you must judge them from the neck to the waist. And one of you judges them from the waist down. Which judge would you be? Let me say that again. You're one of the 3 judges for a beauty contest. One of you has the assignment of judging the girls from the neck up. One of you must judge them from the neck to the waist. And one of you judges them from the waist down. Which judge would you rather be? Think about that. We'll come back to your answers in just a second.
Yes.
Yes.
It better be from the neck up.
Really?
Yes.
You mean if he's judging a beauty contest, you want him to... But now what's Glenn going to say? That's the question.
From the neck up.
From the neck up.
Yes.
You're not changing your mind.
Because from the eyes, you know, you get that inner soul. The beauty comes out.
Inner soul of the beauty contest?
I thought an inner soul went inside your shoe.
No, neck up.
The neck up.
Yes.
And you're sticking with it. Let's bring on Glenn. Glenn. Glenn, which one of those departments would you be judging in? From the neck up, from the neck to the waist, or from the waist down?
No. First of all, I'd like to say about that thing about the daring, that thing, you should have said in public. You know, Cynthia can wear marvelous things that are daring that I adore, but some things I don't like to have her wear in public.
Yes, okay. Now that you've documented that now.
Have I done it?
And we have
Cynthia?
that. We have that recorded.
Okay, I'll be really daring now and say from the... Oh boy, I know I'm going to be wrong.
What are you going to say, sir?
The whole... I don't know. The waist...
Neck up. Neck to the waist or waist down?
I say the head.
Neck up. That's what she said. You're right. You're right, sir.
You.
How about that? Now, you were really... Were you really reaching there? Were you thinking about it? Did you give him a message, ESP?
Yes, I do. I'm very ESP.
Really? Did you get a message, Glenn? Because you didn't know what you were going to say, and it came
No,
out
I'm
that
still
way.
on the
He's
other
still
question.
groping.
He's still on the other question.
I still don't understand
Well, you
about
did
this.
fine on this one. You have a share of the pot.
Neck up.
Barbara, what's Dick going to say?
Boy, I tell you, this is really tough. Now listen, he has nothing against a good pair of lungs. I mean, he really likes them a lot. But I kind of think that he's a leg man. Don't you agree? Don't you think he's a leg man?
How do they know?
Huh? How do they know?
How do they know?
Well, I know they know as well as I know.
All right, you're going to say...
Yeah,
You're
we'll
gonna
all, listen, if we go down, we'll all go down together.
All right, you'll say waist down.
Waist down.
All right, let's bring on the man. Dick, what would you be judging, sir? The neck up, the neck to the waist, or the waist down?
What you're really asking me is, am I a leg man, a face man, or am I a top man, right? Yes.
Very well said, sir.
Okay. I'll say I'll judge the top.
Tell him, Barbara. I'm sorry, that's not what Barbara said, Dick.
Well, then why are you with me, for God's sake?
I'm talking about what I'm a connoisseur of.
Well, you certainly blew it with me.
All right, sorry about that one, Dick. Vonetta, how about Max? Which one's he going to judge?
Oh, it's so difficult. I like Max to be happy, and let's say he should judge the middle part.
The middle part.
The middle part, yeah.
From the neck to the waist.
Navel.
Okay.
Is that a bleeper?
I believe the waist is how
Yes.
we have it. Navel is, you can say navel.
Navel is okay?
You can say
Navel,
Army,
navel.
Marines, whatever you like. Let's bring on Max. Max, where will you be judging in that contest, sir? From the neck up, from the neck to the waist, or from the waist down?
Well, when I was studying anatomy, I got turned on by the pelvic bone, so I'll probably take the waist down.
That's not what Vonetta picked. Vonetta said from the neck to the waist. Sorry about that, Max, which means Cynthia and Glenn are right. They get it all. They got the whole pot. Time is up. They win it. The blue section wins it. We'll come back in a moment to find out how much they won. You come on back, too, won't you? See you in a minute. Okay, today, the blue section with Cynthia and Glenn won $450. We had $1,000, a total of $1,450. And today we're going to go off with a cheer for the Bruins. Shall we have that cheer for UCLA? Do it. Get it on. Here we go.
What are you going to do? What's this? What is it?
That's all we have time for. See you next time.
This is Jack Clark speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.